Hey, Max here. Welcome to Market Monday, where we try to avoid you having to sell a kidney for mutt coins by doing certain things, money making, coin making opportunities. Let's go through them. But first, let's go through a lot of issues that happened today. So, if you follow Madden, if you're on Twitter, right, and I suggest you do get on Twitter, as it's a great location for news, especially around mutt. They're investigating issues around the field pass with missing objectives, that kind of stuff. A lot of things happen today. Some, update. They should be able to access the field pass progress today. So, what this basically teaches us is Mondays kind of whack. Okay, not only IRL, whether you're going in school, work, whatever it is, but for field pass progress and playing Madden. We've often said Madden is a job, right? With how much you have to do to keep up an ultimate team, which is why all you, lily-livered, casuals should just go play franchise. You don't have to swim in the deep, shark-infested waters of mutt, where if you miss a day, you will literally die. But you kind of want to miss Mondays, okay? Expect this next Monday and the Monday after. If you got something else to do on Mondays, take care of your chores. Take care of a lot of things. But basically, competitive pass got janked today, and we had it last Monday, got janked. But solo battles do look to be back, at least rewarding a lot of things that you expect them to. Stats are here, head-to-head seasons, that kind of stuff. I don't see sets, though. I don't know. There was sets last time, if I recall correctly, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. Anyways, it's back, okay? So, let's talk about market stuff. Okay. Overall, we know there's ups and downs in the mutt market. And I think mutt.gg does a pretty good job of showing that, right? We talk about weekends and, quote unquote crashes. Now, the market did not crash as much as, say, some people expected. I put out a poll, seeing if people expected the market to crash when we got the legend packs and stuff, and it was 50-50, yes or no. Anyways, on the 26th, which was, I think, a Thursday. Yeah, no, that was last Friday, sorry. The 26th was Friday. So we kind of got a peaking on the 26th of 26 coins per training on the 26th, smile. And then as we moved over, to the 27th to Saturday, we're going all the way down to 21.3. So I don't know what percentage you guys really count as a crash, but that looks to 10 to 20% crash right there, 26 to 21 off the market. And yeah, close enough. It's not like a crash, guys. We've seen way bigger. We've seen like crashes up to 50% before. So I wouldn't consider like a crash. I think it's just like a minor rundown of the market on Legends. So we could consider like seeing something like this going forward around Saturdays, because the people who rip legend packs, because legends are going to look like they're going to be insanely expensive unless they increase pack odds on them. We'll circle back on legends in a little bit, but overall, as we know, prices generally lower on the weekend and they rise up a little bit. Now, where do they top out? That's always the thing we don't know every year. Which day of the week's going to be max? Wednesday, Thursday. Last year with like wild card Wednesdays, we did have a little bit of a training up, and there's some re-rolls and stuff. It depends also, like week to week, right? Depending on what we get. Now, Campus Heroes, we have no idea if it's coming Thursday or Friday, anything like that. Generally these things come Friday, but last week they were Thursday. Campus Heroes could come with a roll that would increase demand. Now, that's the big thing, is like we don't know what's going to be with Campus Heroes. As Campus Heroes comes out, and it comes out with sets, and it comes out with pack, but there's nothing to use training on, which, to be fair, most things we've gotten, a training reroll on. Headliners got one, all Madden things got one. Legends have never had a reroll, so it makes sense we didn't get one there. But I would expect Campus Heroes to have a reroll, and therefore there to be extra demand for training. So if you got cards in your binder and they're going for training value, especially around the 83, 84 range, because those are the best training values as we see right now, outside of maybe like 79s. Those are not too bad to hang on to in the training range. And I get a lot of questions like, what's the difference between your spreadsheet and mutt.gg? Let me circle back to that question about the spreadsheet. But anyways, if we get a campus here, Thursday, Friday, and there is a reroll, I would expect the prices to kind of like stay steady, if not go up slightly, before maybe Saturday, them decreasing. But we'll see, and we'll see how it plays out, because these early weeks are all about like learning the market, getting a grip of how things are going to work. Like 23 is looking a lot like 22 with like how the store works. Legends promos obviously very different than last year with the power-ups and everything and how much goes into it. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a second, but we're really kind of figuring out, right? Because so far we've gotten almost no limiteds, right? Limiteds generally last year were pretty good investments, like we've talked about for a few years. They ended up raising the floor on the quick sell, which was a tragedy to us MUT players. For that, that we were able to take advantage of that, and I'm still not, convinced that it's gone, but it's gonna be a little bit harder this year to make coins off them because of that floor. So, anyways, my big point is, might be okay to have some training rolled into ready for Campus Heroes, because if we look at Campus Heroes last year, if you recall, there was some really nice cards. Okay, I don't remember the program that much last year, but I remember this Reggie Bush being insane. Obviously, we're not gonna get a bunch of 89s. That's not gonna happen like that. Because right now our highest cards are 89s. I expect maybe like the top card to be 90 overall, with these all being like 87, 88s maybe. But man, we had a lot of them. We also had Campus Heroes 2 later in the year. We had like the minor pieces that went into the big piece for Campus Hero. But Campus Hero promo generally changes year over year, so I don't think it's set in stone that we will definitely be getting something like that. Let's take a look at Madden 21 program Campus Heroes. The 21 Campus Heroes came a lot later in the year if we got 95, so just wanted to double check on that. But yeah, overall, I don't love for promos like this looking to last year as much to figure out what we're gonna get. But like these, like I guess just for an example of some of the names we could get, like we get all-time like NFL superstars like Brian Dawkins, or guys that were superstars in college, right? Like Reggie Bush, one of the greatest college running backs of all times. He was okay in the pros, without a doubt. But yeah, so it can go anywhere from like all-timers to just solid players for the Campus Heroes, and we'll see. Hopefully get one for each team. That would be kind of neat again. So yeah, that's what my talk is like on the market going forward. That's what I'm thinking is like, it's coming. Be ready, okay? You don't have to like sell your teams or anything if there's reroll. Your team should probably hold pretty decent value. So with that said, let's talk about how to make money off the Legends and that cycle that I talked about. So with prices going down on Saturdays, and this is Saturdays into Sunday, you can do this too. You really want to look to the market to snipe, because if you snipe on Saturdays, and I was looking at prices and I was sniping some stuff Saturdays. We'll just start with 82s for example for like sniping filters. 82. I like to go by team a lot of times. Some positions fine too. But like if you look at what the sell or like amount is, like you sell 82 for 14.4, maybe up to 15.3. But if you cycle through these and you see them underpriced, maybe not Bears, Bengals, but basically you get for like under 12K, and then like later in the week when these things go up, you make more coins when you sell them later in the week. So FYI, I do think Saturdays, it looks to be again a thing this year of Saturdays. Looks like the market's kind of dry today. When the market dries up, prices generally go up, so maybe get a little bit. We're not seeing a whole lot too much for many snipes here. 13.1 isn't really a snipe, not worth grabbing. Yeah, we're looking for like 12K and under ish. So that's what I kind of talk about, right? Snipe during the weekends, sell during the week. The cycle continues. Let's talk about one other way people are making coins. I know like getting cheap training there, and if you got it over the weekend, hopefully you guys did when it really fell too dramatic. Some people are getting around like 18 per on some. Like you could just like literally roll 74 plus headliners and sell everything, right? Just try it out, dudes. Just like get cheap training or cheap training that you did get over the weekend, and just roll it and sell everything. I think 79s are pretty bad values, but other than that, it's not a bad coin making idea. Okay, just doing this roll right here, because the cheap training converts over to expensive training with headliners. Now sometimes you will go through a long cold streak, but I think in a large sample size, it could be profitable, or it is profitable. Okay, let's talk about Legends too. Okay, so Legend sets, always for stuff like that, look at what the cost of the card is versus how much it costs to make the card. So if you go through, let's go ahead and take a look at that GG right now. If you go ahead and go through and look at the prices of the Legend big cards, Legends. Okay. Now this is maybe better on Saturday when these cards are really demanded and you can find a lot more pieces getting put out there pretty frequently. But let's take Lester Hayes, for example. All right, Lester Hayes, about 800K. So if we look at what his 87's 500K, okay? And then his 85s are 30 to 35 a pop for the 85s and 83s, okay? So I'm not saying this is profitable right now. It's not what I'm talking about. But anyways, the 87 is 500K. The 85s are 30, okay? So that's 90K. The 83s are 30, and that's, you know, another 120. So we're at like what? 710. And then the 81 legend players are at 3,000. Oh no, these are the 79s. Dang it. I hate that they're not in the filter. 81 legends are like 9K. So 9 times 5 is 45. Plus 120, 165. Plus, we'll just say 100K, 265 plus 500K. So you can put them together. Oh, 430, sorry. So you can put Lester Hayes together for like, what a calculator at? 700K. And he's currently selling for $795 right there. So there is a 20K profit there. Highly risky, okay? Highly risky, because you got to hope that you don't get undercut too bad. And, I mean, without risk, there is no reward. But, absolutely, this is why I always say take a look at sets continually. Because frequently, you can find a lot of deals, and if you are into needing coins to build your ultimate team, sets are the way to go, okay? We've talked about, and I'll mention it again, team builder sets, okay? Especially with how far 80s and 81s fell over the weekend. They absolutely got tanked in value. Team builders, probably still printing. The 87s, most likely printing a little bit. But that's what I'm trying to say is just looking at these cards, and that they didn't even include any snipes, Lester Hayes. Let's go through the sets and just look at it. Whether you're Xbox, PlayStation, PC, or Stadia, the future of gaming. Look at the sets. Look to the sets. Look to the sets. It's better than internet sets. Mutt sets. But anyways, as for the legends, I get a lot of questions. When should I buy them? Like, are they going to go down? Legends will always go down the second week, okay? Week 1, those cards that Lester Hayes was going for like 1 million coins. Today's, 800K like we just saw? Down 200K. You can try and snipe them right away, but, we were kind of confused about how much legends would cost. We were worried about drop rate. Legend packs are terrible. They really got to improve legend packs. Those were some of the worst packs of legends I've seen in years. These are straight disrespectful pack odds. But what I'm trying to say is, like, every day that goes by, because there's sets, because there are new pieces of these sets coming on the market every day, every hour, whatever it is, cards will continue to fall. Okay? So maybe wait till next weekend, because people will pull legend packs next weekend, and these guys will be in those legend packs along with the new ones. The new legends, well, if we get a new legend next week, that's good. I can't imagine how much they're going to cost. A couple million coins. It's going to be sickening, dudes. Really sickening with pack odds. Like, Lester Hayes is good, and he was a mill. Now he's 800K still. So EA's kind of going the way here, though. At least the MUT team is the way the FUT team is. The legend guys are really expensive. And like, are they worth it? They're all right. I got video up on my second channel of Jerome Bettis literally running over teams. It's kind of insane how good that card is with how heavy he is. But that's what I want to talk about. That's, I think, Market Monday. Yeah. Hopefully you guys learned something. And hopefully MUT does not have the same amount of errors tomorrow as it did today. Bye.